All right, here we are, Impact and Influence Radio right here on Opera, and today's broadcast is brought to you by Blinds of Sacramento, Sacramento's complete solution window covering experts. Give them a call, 916-790-8689 or blindsofsacramento.com. Now today, we've got Edward Burns in here. I met Edward Burns at one of Vincent's events. That was up in Roseville.
Right.
We were able to speak for just a moment, and then they made announcements, and I said, let's just get you connected, and we did, and you're here.
Here we go.
And it's cool. Now I can really figure out who the hell you is and what you is.
Sounds great.
Cool, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good.
How is everything?
You know, I honestly say I haven't had a bad day in 24 years. I've had crummy moments in an otherwise amazing day, but I'm doing well.
How's business?
Business it's okay. It can certainly do better.
It could certainly do worse.
It can absolutely do worse. The one thing about my business, though, is that I will always be needed. It's the certain types of products that will fluctuate with the economy. But other things we do not. It does
People
not matter.
talk about the economy's bad and all that stuff. You know, I'd love to believe them. I'm not seeing it.
No.
I'm not seeing it.
Where I see it is discretionary spending versus, just let's go for it. That's the only place I know.
I call it the Trump economy because we already saw this once before. Mm-hmm. And if you're strong and smart and innovative, this is a moment of opportunity.
Absolutely.
But if you're lazy, nothing's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm out there networking. I'm out there meeting
But look at
people
the
right
opportunities.
now.
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
And people are so much more motivated now than they were. When I went to networking events 10 years ago, I never got the contacts that I get today. And I don't know if it's people are in a different mindset or if the money's harder to get. I don't know. But the people just seem more motivated, which means they're better quality people.
Or there's more practice. You've had more practice.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just better.
Maybe you've gotten better. Maybe you've matured. It could go that way too.
Oh, I have certainly matured. Let's just say that.
Well,
I rode Harleys with a backwards hat back in those days.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's a little reckless. No, I like to say I am going to be 16 for the rest of my life, and you're only as old as you act.
Yeah.
But the kind of stuff I deal with, it's heavy stuff, so I do try to have fun, keep it light.
So who is Eddie, as they call you? Who are you, man? What do you do?
Yeah, so I am founder attorney of Redwood Trust Probate, and I am an estate planning and probate law attorney. We are just a solo practice. I do have staff now, but I'm looking to onboard some attorneys, hopefully by the end of the year, which is going to be amazing.
Okay.
And what I do is I keep your family out of court when you die. That's what I do. And everyone's going to need me.
I love everything about that. And with our group, I haven't really gotten into our ecosystem. You would fit in so well. Oh my God. And let me just be blunt. If I didn't think so, I wouldn't tell you because I wouldn't want to look at you every week. Right? So
hard pass.
You get my drift, right? I want people. I want to work with people that I want to actually work with. Does that make sense?
Of course.
So when I say that you would do so well in our group, you have a certain something that the people in our group are looking for, and it's an authenticity. It's an honest. There's something in the eye. There's a sparkle in the eye. There's something alive. There's personality, experience, and you'll see what I'm talking about once we get to that point. The point I'm making is what we're really trying to do is we've got business owners coming to me and they're trying to figure out how to grow their business, how to scale, how to get to that next level, how to, the things that we're doing are, Ferrari Challenge, Monterey Car Week, winery rally tours, yacht tours. We're talking about a Vegas trip and flying private. What we're doing is we're inviting people to a space that normally wouldn't have access. All of the members get a metal black card. We put you in the magazine, which has a beautiful audience, 74,000 people. And so the point is that we are creating legacy for people. Sure. And if we had somebody in the group that can set them up, you see what I'm saying?
I see where
and so
going.
Each person could sit down with you and say, okay, what are you trying to accomplish here? Okay, you have your business. Let's protect that. Okay, so Quinn will help you with your licensing and trademarks and make sure that everything is there. But what happens later? What about, okay, your house or your business? Have you thought about putting that into a trust? X, Y, and Z. And so you come in and you're helping people build that legacy. You could really do well in this group.
Well, I thank you. Succession planning is incredibly important.
Yes.
Not everyone wants to wind up like the Gucci family.
We're not going to get into all that.
Okay, very good. That's another podcast.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of those stories, though.
Sure.
Good God, there's a lot of
Absolutely,
those
there
stories. Wasn't Coors one of those stories?
I'm not sure. I mean, the Gucci one's the only one I can recognize by name.
I think Coors was one of those too.
And actually, I think Adidas was like that as well.
Yeah.
Adidas was like that.
Nothing was set up, and it was just a mess.
Yeah, well, there's this expectation that our children are going to just be us, and you're just going to hand your brain over to their brain, and then someday you realize, wait, they're not us.
Yeah,
they have their own lives and passions.
They have their own lives and passions, and I always tell people nobody wants your crap when you die, right? And so, ask the kids, are you going to want the 15 cars? No? Okay, well, maybe they need to go to a museum. Now they're preserved and not going to get destroyed, right? Who are you outside of being an attorney?
Outside of being an attorney, I am a husband. I am a father. And I am a guitarist.
Are you really?
I am. Yes.
I play music every Wednesday.
Very good. What's your flavor?
Joe Satriani.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I play.
You be good.
That's all I play.
I set out 2 years ago to learn by July 1 of this year to learn how to play Stevie Ray Vaughan's Little Wing.
Got it.
Or light my guitar on fire.
Yeah.
And I made this very public in an attorney forum that would hold me accountable. So,
Are you getting there?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, I've got almost all of it memorized.
Okay,
and then with the music, I can.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. So every Wednesday night we have cocktails with the CEOs. That's our event. We do it every Wednesday at Gaslight in Folsom.
Okay.
It's at 6:30. It's an open mic.
Ooh.
Bring the guitar out.
Ooh.
I'll introduce you to Kyle. We'll get you on stage and have you play Little Wing.
Oh my goodness.
You wanna?
That's a challenge.
I'll play some Joe. I play Joe every week.
Oh my goodness.
And then have you come out and play Little Wing.
All right, as long as I can suck it up,
no one's ever gonna make fun of you.
No,
because there's kids in there.
Yeah.
We had the 16-year-old last night. She was supposed to sing 3 songs, and they had her sing a 4th, and then they had her sing a 5th.
Wow.
And we were just like completely mesmerized.
Nice.
She was incredible,
Yeah.
dude.
No, I love to play. I absolutely love to play. So that would be fantastic.
What kind of guitar are you playing?
Be more specific. Let's see. So on Stevie Ray Vaughan, it's a Stratocaster. Yeah, but I I have everything from a couple Les Pauls. I have a Paul Reed Smith. I
just sold all my PRSs. No more.
What? Whoa. Okay.
I went
That's a story.
I went back to Les Pauls.
Okay. All right.
I could beat the crap out of it, and I don't feel guilty.
Well, okay. I got you on that one. They are showpieces, some of them.
Yeah.
Those SE lines, though, they're very nice.
They're wonderful.
I played a Silver Sky yesterday.
The best damn guitar on the planet.
Wow. Is that amazing?
Yeah.
It's amazing how Fender is like taking exception to people that they're taking liberties, I think, if you ask me. So
I just sold. So I mean, I've had a Chrome Boy. I've had, I don't know, probably 15 of the Satriani models. I've had RGs. I've had maybe a half a dozen to a dozen PRSs. I've had probably 50 Strats. And right now I'm playing that just came out. It's the new Epiphone Les Paul Tribute with a bolt-on neck.
Ooh.
It's a bolt-on neck,
which is really different.
Incredible, dude! For $300, I literally took my PRS down to Guitar Center. I said, "You give me whatever you want for. I don't even care."
Wow.
And I took home the Epiphone, and I never looked back.
Well, now I got to check this.
And I got 2 scratches on it last night, and I went,
"Hey, all right."
I'm so stoked.
Battle
I'm like,
wounds.
"Are those real?" Yes.
Yeah, you got some battle scars already.
No, it's amazing, dude.
Excellent.
And it sounds good, and it plays good, and it's chunky, and you know that it's never gonna break.
Right. And I actually saw a used Epiphone up on the rack in Guitar Center, and you could tell this was one that was made across the street from Gibson way back in the day.
Yeah.
And they've really thrown a lot into making their guitars
better than they
really
used to
good.
be, dude.
I agree. Amen.
Dude.
Amen.
For
You don't have
300
to spend a ton of
Well,
money.
what was funny is I'm standing there with my PRS, and I have the $299 Epiphone, and I'm playing the Satriani in the store on the amp, and then I play it again on the other guitar, and then I play it, and then I play it in the store. The salespeople are coming up, and they're like, "Okay, so what do you think?" And I'm like, "I'm digging this, man.
Damn good guitar.
I'm digging this thing."
Nice.
And I tried it again, and then and I was like dissecting it. I was like, I don't know, man.
For 300?
For $300,
I would. For 300,
all
I would.
day long.
Yeah.
And if we get on bigger stages, which I don't intend to, but you never know what happens, then I'll pick up a second one.
Right.
But I toured. I did all that stuff. I played
Nice.
professionally and produced and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have a little claim to fame in that one of my friends was the original Guitar Hero. He was the guy that laid down all the tracks for the video game Guitar Hero. He used to complain, "Oh, man, I hate just being in the studio because they keep telling me, no, do it this way, and I just want to fuck around and let's just jam." And so we would. So we'd just play blues riffs and just go off and do all kinds of crazy stuff.
I was in conversations with Prince's people when he was touring right before he passed in 2016, and that would have been a big moment. The irony is, I was never a Prince fan. I was never really impressed with Prince, but the phone rang one day, and they were interested in having me come and play backup lead guitar, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And we were working all the contract stuff out, and how many shows and how many dates and where you want, my schedule. I was on the radio at the time, so I had a very strict schedule with the radio show, so we had to figure all the details out. And then the news, he had passed away, and I went, well, there went that.
Well, it was things happen for a reason.
It happens for a reason. Now I play the open mic, and I'm happy as a
And
clown.
you inspire other people by playing the open mic.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Well, we're bringing people every week. And so last night we had about a dozen or so people. They're all members, of our group, and the people that are wanting to come on board. And I look at it as the venue's making money off of us. They're giving us a great space to host our event, and then I get to go up and play some fun music, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
Every Wednesday.
That sounds
So
awesome.
you got to come out.
I will.
Absolutely, you got to come
every
out.
Wednesday.
All right, so talk to me about why you're so passionate about your law firm and why you're doing what you're doing. Was this a calling? Was this one day you woke up and said, you know what, we need to protect these people? What was it for you?
Well, it first starts from my Irish-Mexican family. I have a huge family. I'm the oldest of 17 grandkids. My mom is one of 46 cousins. We used to have a couple of Christmases because there was no way we can fit everyone together. And because I was the oldest of the grandkids, I was always put in charge of my cousins. And your cousins are your first best friends in big families like that.
Oh, yes.
So I was always put in charge of them. My wife's friends, when we started dating, they called me the baby whisperer because I would just grab a baby that was crying and soothe them right to sleep. It was one way I impressed my wife, I think. But that is just
That's
bred
so
into
the opposite of my wife and I. My wife and I, we were dating, and we were like, I was like, do you want kids? And she's like, nope. And she's like, do you want kids? I said, nope. And we were like, okay, well, let's keep going. And we'll be in a family thing, and somebody has a baby, and my wife is holding the baby like this.
Oh, at arms.
And they're like, do you want to hold it? I'm like, nope.
It keeps moving.
Yeah, I've only held a baby like once or twice in my entire life.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah.
I won't torture you then.
No,
with any
keep
other
going,
babies.
keep going.
All right.
No, seriously, because you're talking, and I'm like completely like mesmerized. I'm like, people are actually like this. That's so cool.
Yeah, people are. I know how to change a diaper. I will get in there.
I've never done it.
I'm a dad, so
No, that's what I'm saying.
I will get.
As soon as you said a father, my brain was thinking, and I was like, I wonder what that would be like. Not interested, but I'm still wondering what that would be like.
Well, when it starts out early, you're getting shit on, pissed on, puked on. I mean, I've had every body fluid on me as possibly can. So, but I love being a father. Being a father is just the most amazing gift that my wife gave me. And I have 3 kids. 2 of them are bonus children. I'm bonus dad to 2 of them. And, I've got the spread too. I've got 21, 17, and going to turn 7 in September.
That's
so
amazing.
I've got that spread. And, it's great. It's awesome having a family. And that's also in my passion. I protect families. And I always had the benefit of a large family that, if anything was going on, you can always talk to somebody. You had someone. And I know there are people out there, many people out there, that don't have someone, that don't know who to turn to.
They don't have someone, they don't know what they don't know, and they don't have somebody to protect them.
Amen.
And that's what this whole dang thing is about. That's why we're doing the magazine, Impact and Influence. That's why we do the radio show. I could easily charge people for this. I don't. Why? Because everybody else is. I could charge a lot more for the magazine. I don't. Why? Because no one is there to help the guy that I was when I was starting out. And that's it.
Right.
That's all it is. And the moment we stop thinking about you, the people, it's over.
Yeah. Amen.
It's pure selflessness. And I tell every single one of the members, this is not about you. Nobody cares what your ROI is. All they care about is what you can contribute to the other people in this group. And as long as everybody keeps putting their ingredients into that soup, it's going to be a good soup.
Yeah, it turns out to be one hell of a cioppino for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's all it is. But the moment someone's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to get out of this, well, then don't.
Yeah, then you're in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that is my passion, is just making sure that families are protected. And so we do things a little different. Like we actually pick up the phone and call our clients 6 months after the fact that their case closed, and just ask them, hey, how are things? Checking in with them. Sometimes we spend way too much time on the phone chatting with them because we love our clients.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
And getting to know them really helps us in that we are building that connection with them. But it helps that client feel confident. It helps that client feel like they've got somebody. And everybody needs a guy or a gal.
Yeah, but
I got a guy.
I keep telling people, the moment you quit selling, you'll start selling. You'll start making money.
Well, but then on the other side, I'm going to say no one goes home saying, look what I got sold.
Yes.
People want to buy.
Yeah.
People want to buy. They want to be the one that initiates that sale.
I always go back to the car sale. You go to the car dealership and you go buy, you're looking for a nice car. And you find the right color and you find the right price, but the salesman's a jerk. You're not going to do business with them. You're going to either find a different salesman or you're going to buy that car somewhere else.
And they don't even have to be a jerk. They could just be having a really, really bad day, and just, or they have those clouds hanging over their head.
Yes.
And it's just nobody wants to work with somebody who's sad all the time, And I've had employees that were like that.
I'm just thinking of a couple business owners just came to mind
now.
And I'm like, not people in our group, people that I've turned away, but it's funny. I think about it and I'm just like, oh my, yes.
Yeah, the dark cloud, it's not going to go away on
They're like
its own.
Eeyore all the time.
Yeah, and no one, and in business, nobody's going to feel sorry for you.
Nobody wants to hang out with Droopy Dog, okay?
No, of course not. Nobody wants to have a drink. Nobody wants to send repeat business. I mean, if I'm going to send one of my clients to somebody, I want to make sure that they're having an amazing day. I don't want to send somebody out to get depressed by this other business
I had
owner.
this client once, and I bought this pair of red Ferrari shoes, and I'm wearing my red Ferrari shoes, and she was just such a downer. And I just remember one day, and I swear to God, I'm on the phone with her, and she's just having a whatever fit for the day. Every day it was something else. And I said, look, I am wearing my red shoes today. You are not going to ruin my day.
Not even you could spoil my red Ferrari shoes.
I'm gonna wear my red shoes. I mean, you're sitting there and you're like, dee, dee, dee. I'm not gonna let you ruin my day. So yeah,
nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Who wants that? I want to work with somebody that loves what they do.
That wears red Ferrari shoes.
And wears red Ferrari shoes. Amen. I mean, shoot, I'm dressed in a Hawaiian shirt and shorts, with flip-flops on.
To be. That's it.
I believe it or not, I dress like this when I meet with clients, and it's part of my philosophy.
I think that's why my Harley days were so fruitful, was because I would just show up with a pair of ripped jeans and a white T-shirt and a backwards hat, on my Harley.
You mean you showed up like you?
Like a normal person.
You were you?
Yeah. And I would go up to I'd show up to a meeting that way, and some people would go, I don't want to do business with a guy. But most people did because it was just authentic.
Amen.
It was exactly the way it was.
When I get asked, if a client asks, hey, no suit to the office today? I'm like, no, I wear those when I go to court. Do you want to go to court? Oh, no, thank you. Okay, well,
Oh, man.
and there's a method to my madness. I'm often the first attorney anybody ever works with.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets married, so not everyone gets divorced, so not everyone needs a family law attorney. But everyone is going to need me someday. Yeah. Everyone is going to walk through my door someday, hopefully upright.
Yeah.
And because meeting with an attorney can be intimidating, I try to take that sting out. I try to I won't say lighten the mood.
No, but that's where the ego comes in, and people sense that ego. They sense that ego, and you see it, especially in the legal field. You see it in a lot of industries, but you see it in the legal field, and people don't want to deal with you.
No, they don't. Especially the people that I want to help. It is a way of weeding out those clients that I would fire in the first place. Those are, and I want to help somebody that is open, that you don't have to put the armor on to impress.
And what I love about what we're doing is there's probably people that are listening and go, I don't want to work with that guy. Perfect.
Well, good.
That's exactly, and the other people are going to look at this and go, that is the guy I want to work
with.
Breath
of fresh air.
Right?
Exactly. And this is it's by design, but also, I found that when you just be yourself,
but there's a different personality.
Better.
There's a different personality for different types of people. And so people will come to me and say, "Oh, but you already have a realtor in a group." Yeah, but well, here's the thing though is that a client could come to me and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a good realtor." And I'll go, I know exactly who to put you up with. I could put everybody to one, but you're not going to appeal to everybody.
That's right. That's why I have several financial advisors. Financial advisors love to meet estate planning attorneys, and I've got several that I trust. And it's kind of funny.
We've got some great ones in the group, right? Do you know Brian Bearden?
No, I haven't had a chance to meet many.
You would love Brian.
Yeah.
No, you two would just. I'm looking at you right now. You two would just freaking love each other.
Oh, I would love to. I can't wait to go to a larger event. And
we have our open house next Friday.
Yeah, and I'll be in Orlando with the family.
Then the next one.
Oh,
we do it every month. We'll go over all this stuff when we get out of here.
All
Let's start to wrap her up. What kind of clients are you looking for? Alive ones?
Yeah. Well, I'll take them both ways. I make a lot more money off the people that have not set up an estate plan. A lot more money. I'm not advertising that. I don't put that out. Hey, we'll see you when you're dead. Who says that? Yeah. No. I want to help people organize and get their family affairs all taken care of so that they can die in peace. I mean, nobody dies going, good luck,
Well, again, when we sit down with these business owners, they're maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years into their business, okay? But we sit down with these business owners and they're looking at where they want to create that legacy. I'm putting them on a mic for the first time. I'm taking them to Ferrari Challenge. I'm taking them to Monterey Car Week. We're hopping on a yacht. We're doing some cool stuff. We're introducing people to a world that most people never experience. And that's a part of this whole ecosystem that we've got here. And then we can now say, hey, look, there's somebody I want you to sit down with. He's a lawyer. He's going to help you. He's going to talk to you about X, Y, and Z. And this is where people start to create that real legacy. That is so damn
show
important.
them what success looks like.
What it really looks like.
This is how it feels to be successful.
Well, see, that's why we do Monterey Car Week. So first, we do our winery rally every year, or twice a year. We do our winery rally where we go up to the winery. It's 10 people. We keep all of our events small on purpose because we want people to actually get to know each other. Our mastermind groups are 10 people. Everything is very small. Our open house is 50. Which you still think is, oh my God, it's a lot of people. It's really not. And so it's 25 conversations of two. It's a great, great room. And so we do the winery rally. That was funny is the Ferrari group was setting up at the same place we were to go on their rally when we were going on ours. And some of the people went over to the Ferrari group thinking that was, and I said, no, that's the advanced group. You're in the beginners group. You got to start here first. We're going to get you there.
You'll get there eventually.
Well, what's funny is we do Ferrari Challenge every year. So we go up to Sonoma Raceway. We all caravan together, and they get to start to experience Ferrari culture. I introduce them to the people at Ferrari. I've been in the industry a long time, 20 years I've been with Ferrari. And so what's funny is now we're cracking the joke because, we were at the mastermind, and I was like, okay, remember when we were setting up and you went to the Ferrari group? I'm going to introduce you to the group because you've worked to that point.
Here they are.
And so in August we do Monterey Car Week, and so we go down for 2 days. We're getting a hotel, a beautiful hotel. And so the whole point is now we show them Spanish Bay, and we show them 17-mile drive during Car Week, and we take them to the auction, and we go to Carmel, and we put a Rolex on their wrist, and we start to show them this world. And so now this opens up their mind. They're starting to experience what is out there. Yeah. And that's
I love it. And
now they have to do the work to get there,
course,
but we introduce them to that space.
In business owners that are starting out, they don't have a hard time imagining that isn't even a possibility, especially for somebody like me.
But where do you find it if nobody introduces you?
Absolutely.
Where do you find this space?
True. That is so true. You have to go out there. You got to put yourself out there.
But somebody had to introduce me. Somebody had to introduce the person who introduced me. Now it's my job to introduce them. And here's the caveat. Next year, when we do our group, when we go to Car Week and we go to Ferrari Challenge and all that stuff, what do you think is going to happen? Those people are going to be telling their group of people, hey, why don't you cruise with us? And then they become the connector. Yeah. And the connector is the one that the people look up to. It sells them. It makes them bigger. And we all just tear up a little bit more.
I love that, calling someone a connector, because that's when I'm in a new group and I'm at a larger event. Mm-hmm. I will say this. I am extroverted. I'm an extrovert, and I can talk to everybody in the room, and then I'll get worn out and I'll forget who I met and what their name was and what they did. And an introvert taught me this. Hang back. I hang back against the wall and I look and see who's got that circle around them. Mm-hmm. Who's the one that people laugh at their jokes? Mm-hmm. Who is the connector in that room? That's the person that I want to meet, because they will know who I can help. Mm-hmm. They will know who would benefit.
The other thing, one of the things I've noticed is just grab a table, sit there by yourself, and let people come to you, and then now you're in the dominant position.
Right.
Because they walked up to you. That's why when we make our sales calls, I'll let the phone ring once or twice and then hang up. And then when they call back, now I'm in the dominant position because they're calling me.
Sure. I had a GM actually come up to me at the mixer where we met, and he saw me standing by myself, and he said, "Well, I saw you were alone, so I thought I'd come up and chat with you." Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
And we started chatting, and turns out he's got a really nice business, and I could help him.
And so what we're doing is beyond the handshake, right? Mm-hmm. And so our job is to build those relationships. And what I love is that we go to these events and I'm seeing that the people are actually getting to know each other. I remember the first mastermind we did with this new format. The first mastermind we did, I said, okay, you guys have all met each other at the events, but how many of you have actually called each other and sat down to coffee? And they all just kind of looked at each other, and I was like, that's unacceptable. You guys need to be doing business together. And it was the very next month they had all connected. And I said, that's what it's about. Right. The fact that they're now, they're getting business licenses together. They're meeting for coffee. They're actually doing shit together. That's the whole point.
I love that.
That's it.
That's how you build credibility.
Real.
You actually establish the fact that you're a human being with this other human being.
But you can't just shake hands.
No, because there's way more to it than that. Way more.
All right. Edward Burns, Redwood Trust and Probate, 916-282-9799. I get that right?
You did.
916-282-9799. RedwoodTrustandProbate.com. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, brother?
No, that's it. Just the big one is I keep your family out of court when you die. That's the important message that I want to share with everyone, because 75% of Americans don't have an estate plan, and I don't bite. I am actually easy to work with, and you would be surprised. You would be surprised. So I've enjoyed this. This has been absolutely fantastic.
I love
man.
it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Right.
Get a better handshake.
Yeah,
than that. I don't know what the
there
hell
we
that
go.
was all
Yeah,
about. That was
it's
a little,
okay.
It was a little on the
I had to go around the mic, so I should.
We had a guy. We'll wrap up with this. We had a guy who owned a funeral home, and I mean, this is probably almost 10 years ago. But he'd shake my hand, and he'd shake my hand like this, and he'd go like this,
Ooh.
and he would look at the floor, and I said one day I said to him, and we did a lot of business together. But I said, when we shake hands, you give me a real handshake and you look me in the eye. And he always did from that point on. But I asked somebody one day, and I said, so, I have this guy. It's a funeral home, and I shake his hand, and he looks down at the floor and gives me a really, really pathetic handshake. What's the story with that? And he goes, would you look people in the eye if you looked at dead people all day long? And I went, holy crap.
Right.
Wow.
You start to recognize faces.
Jesus
you start to
Christ,
recognize certain aspects of their features that look like someone you know, and then
and I was just like,
I can
okay,
imagine.
I get it.
I can imagine that.
I get it. He didn't want to touch me. I get it. That makes a lot of sense.
But once you told him, then he was like, okay.
He was respectful. He was a good client, and he just, he was one of those that was just getting started, and it was just lots of ebbs and flows, and I just, no disrespect, but I, invoices due on the 15th, you got to pay it on the 15th. If he needs to be the 17th, that's fine, but I'm not going to wait a month and do it late again and then late again. I'm not going to do that. Sure. All right, Edward Burns, Redwood Trust and Probate, 916-282-9799, redwoodtrustandprobate.com. Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks again.
And thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.